A school teacher was randomly attacked and murdered as she walked through a park in southeast London. Her death struck at the heart of the fears of many women throughout London who should have the right to walk through London's open spaces and parks safely. We had to act fast to catch her murderer, and we had to take them off the streets. This is how we solved it. Sabina Nessa left her home address on a Friday night to meet a friend at a local pub. She was seen on CCTV walking through Cater Park in Kidbrooke. Unbeknown to her, her attacker lay in wait in the park looking for an unsuspecting victim to come his way. Sabina's body was found 24 hours later, partially concealed with long grass. She had been struck over the head 34 times. A murderer was on the run, and our team immediately got the manhunt underway. Although the park's CCTV captured the horrific incident, it did not provide clear images of the suspect. We spent hundreds of hours trawling through CCTV until we got our first breakthrough. One grainy CCTV image showed a fluorescent object glinting as it moved through the park. This gave us a direction of travel, and it led us to images of an unknown man and his vehicle. This car proved to be a turning point of the investigation. The CCTV of the vehicle driving away was blurry, and there was no way to make out the registration number. However, we were certain it was a silver or beige Nissan Micra. With the help of experts from Nissan, and with information from the public appeals that were made, we found the car. The vehicle was registered to Coachy Selamaj, and using the ANPR information, we could see that the vehicle had been in the Eastbourne area for a full year prior to the offence. The car had suddenly travelled to the London area for a 4-hour period on the day of the offence before travelling back to Eastbourne later that day. Selamaj was arrested at his home address 8 days after Sabina's murder. Bloodstained trainers were also seized. It was a DNA match for Sabina. With Selamaj in custody, work continued to trace his movements in the days leading up to the attack. We discovered that Selamaj had booked a hotel room at the Grand Hotel in Eastbourne for the Friday night, the night of the murder. This hotel was just 10 minutes away from his home. CCTV shows him returning to the Grand Hotel at midnight in the same clothes as our suspect. Further analysis of phone records showed that Selamaj had travelled home via an unusual route through Tunbridge Wells. Cameras from the area showed that a journey down a country lane which should have taken 2 or 3 minutes actually took 8. Officers deployed to that lane, which is intersected by the River Tees. Divers entered the river and, using a magnet, were able to identify a metal warning triangle. Selamaj later admitted in court that this was used to commit the murder. During police interviews, Selamaj remained silent. When he was charged with murder, he said, "What will happen if I open up now and say everything?" In April 2022, Coachy Selamaj was sentenced to life in jail for Sabina's murder. The evidence we gathered and the actions we took means that Selamaj will be behind bars for at least 36 years. Across the Met, there is a relentless effort to tackle violence against women and girls, and to bring those who perpetrate these crimes to justice.